Hey guys, today I'm going to go further into detail addressing my acne and going more in depth, telling you my journey with acne, and just more specifics of my story of having to deal with having acne. Because I've mentioned it like sometimes before throughout either in my shorts or whatever, but I didn't ever go that into detail about it. And today I'm just going to tell the full story and my whole experience. So I first got acne, I remember when it first really started getting bad and I really started having this whole acne problem. I would say just before I turned 13. I was 12, about to turn 13, I remember. And I started getting noticeably bad acne. And I just thought it was normal. I thought it was normal for people who, when you first hit puberty and when you first, I just thought it was normal. I thought, everyone always says it's normal. Some people get acne, depends on genetics and all that. So I just thought, whatever. I didn't really care. And then after a little while of having the acne, let's say maybe by the time I was 14, the acne, I still had it. Didn't go away, didn't really improve that much. So, if anything, had just maybe gotten a little worse. And then from that point on, I started to use the creams. I started to use all the skincare products, all the different types of ones, the Benzogel, and so on. All the different ones you hear about. And at first, all of them did work, but then they stopped working pretty soon after. And my acne remained, and I was still in the same position as before, having acne. Even though I wanted to get rid of it, it just didn't bother me that much, so I just didn't care. I thought that eventually it may just go away on its own, right? And then I, for a little while, probably went off of it every now and then, off of, using all the skincare products. And then throughout the years, let's say when I was 15, 16, I would just sometimes use skincare products for a little while, and then my acne would never truly go away, or the results wouldn't last very long, and it wouldn't benefit me using all these different things very long. So then I would just stop using them again. And then pretty much I started eating broccoli pretty consistently, maybe around a year ago, or close to a year ago. And when I did this, I thought it was a good decision because broccoli happens to be low in calories. And I used to be somebody who I used to be more so like many other people, believing all calories are the same, and I thought they were very low in calories, so it would be a good decision to go ahead and eat it. And you always hear vegetables are good for you, broccoli is good for you. And when I first started eating it, I did notice some weird things it was doing to me. Like, it was giving me more gas, and yeah, other than that, at first, it wasn't that bad. However, over time, as I started increasing it, and the portion sizes, the amount of time I was eating it, and when I started eating it more often, in larger amounts, I slowly started to notice it was giving me more problems. And I noticed my acne was at a state which was much worse than even before. My acne was, if anything, getting worse. And my body started to get all these problems, and it was progressively getting worse. Like, for example, my acne got worse. I started getting digestive problems, so much bloating and gas that was just progressively getting worse. I noticed I was getting lumps. Like, they looked like pimples, but they weren't actually pimples. It was like lumps. And I also noticed some other things. It was giving me incredible stomach pain and just a bunch of things, other things I'm not going to go too much into detail about, but yes, there's a lot of different things. And then I was really getting confused because I thought it may have been a few different things, and I tried cutting some things out and not cutting broccoli out because I thought broccoli was healthy, but then I came to the conclusion that it was probably broccoli due to its plant toxins and due to the fiber content, etc. And once I cut broccoli out, all the problems I had gotten that were progressively getting worse went away. My acne is no longer inflamed anymore. As I changed my whole diet, but even just cutting broccoli out, I noticed a slight decrease in the inflammation, right? And then as I kept changing my diet, my acne further started to have less inflammation. Now I'm at the point where my acne doesn't get inflamed anymore, which is good. And my acne is slowly fading away and getting lighter. It's not like bumps anymore. It's more so just flat and mostly just acne scars that I believe will heal with time on their own, with doing the right things. And pretty much, I just really did think broccoli, if anything, would be beneficial for me in all these ways, like helping acne. Because everyone believes that broccoli is supposed to be beneficial for you. It's supposed to be beneficial for your skin because of all the nutrients, the vitamins. But in my experience, this was not the case at all. When I ate it, what happened? Only bad things. I didn't notice anything that would have now made me think I should have stayed on, because in reality, it was doing way more harm than good. I just felt terrible. And along with all the other things in my diet, I also noticed cereal, which has seed oils in it. When I ate cereal, right away I noticed my acne would get inflamed, due probably to the seed oils. And yeah, I also cut cereal out, obviously, because I'm very strict with my diet now. I'm on like an animal-based carnivore diet. I eat primarily meat, mostly beef, as well with a little bit of dairy. You know, a good amount of dairy, but not as much dairy as meat. And I'm enjoying this diet. My acne is no longer inflamed. I feel like I'm seeing it slowly get better over time. And to anyone who's struggling with acne, I understand. You might think it's genetic. You might think like there's nothing I can do about this. It's just my genetics. This is who I am. And I used to think this too. And I used to the thing is, my acne, it never really bothered me that much. Like, I was never the most insecure about it because I didn't see a point to be insecure about it, because when you're insecure about it, all you do is let it limit you and prevent you from being successful, and you let it get to you, which is just going to negatively impact you. And that's not what I wanted the effect to be on me. And I just see things in a way where it's like, what's the point? Everyone has their own faults, their own problems. And I will admit, like, acne, there are some things that make sense people dislike about it. Like, some people being insecure. I understand why some people are insecure. I still feel like you should not be insecure about it, though. Like, you should just accept it and try to improve it and change the situation you're in. And I hope that if you try to apply some of the things I did, and I mentioned that I tried to use in this video, you can benefit from it as well. Whether you have acne and you want to improve that, or whether you have any other health issues and you want to try some things out. Because diet is very important when it comes to acne and a lot of other health issues, as well as your lifestyle. Now guys, I hope you enjoyed getting to hear my story and my experience with acne, and I'm going to further try to just keep improving and getting rid of my acne and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.